Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Setchawayo, a.k.a. Coach Bird, and I'm the host of the BYRDCAGE show. Yeah, I know all my cousin TRACEY fans out there, you know what I'm saying? She's missing, you know what I'm saying? Missing in action, you know what I'm saying? But actually, she stepped away for the weekend, you know what I'm saying? Celebrating Mother's Day, and also her granddaughter, my little cousin Amara, just turned 3. So they snuck out of Jersey for a little bit, but she'll be back. She'll be back. So y'all just gotta bear with me. You know what I'm saying? Just bear with me. You know what I mean? But anyway, as you see, we have another special guest here on the couch in the cage with us. This is episode 96, getting closer and closer to that 100.
That's impressive.
You know what I'm saying?
Impressive.
We still, me and Cuz is knocking our heads trying to figure out how we're going to celebrate it, but it's definitely going to be a fun time, and it's going to be celebrated. You know what I'm saying? For those that don't know, you will soon find out. You know what I'm saying? My man, my friend. You know what I'm saying? Also proud to say the new Holy Cross boys varsity basketball coach. You know what I'm saying? Taking over for Coach Valori. I guess he finally decided to step back a little bit. Yeah. It's going to be strange. It's not saying on the sidelines, you know what I'm saying? But today, in the cage, we have Coach Marcus Bullock in the cage today, and we are so happy to have you here, you know what I'm saying? Cousin TRACEY, like I said, she sends her apologies, but, you know, she had to get her vacay in.
I completely understand. I just got back from a vacay, so I get it.
Okay, there we go. You know what I'm saying? She keeps telling me, she's like, yeah, you guys, all this coaching, you still got to get away. You got to get away. So, yeah, I got to get away.
No, you know, I went away for about 5 days, went to Antigua for a wedding, and it was needed.
Got you.
I didn't think I needed it, but when I got out there, I'm like,
I needed this.
Yes.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So before we get started, just say what's up to the people.
Everybody, what's up, man? Thank you guys for having me. I mean, I'm excited. I've been watching the show, and you know, like you come down here, I see this. I'm like, you know, this is dope, man. This is impressive. So I'm happy to be here.
I definitely appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, like when people see it, like on camera or whatever, it's like, okay. But when they see it,
it's different. What you guys are seeing is different. It's different for sure.
It's a little different.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, Coach, let's get right into it. Let's talk about the beginnings of Coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Grew up in Cherry Hill. Mm-hmm. Went to Cherry Hill East. Played for Coach Valori.
Okay.
And then I went to University of New Hampshire.
Okay.
Played there for 4 years.
Okay.
Stayed up there about a year after that, and then came back to Jersey. But yeah, I mean that's the basics of it, and the Coach Valori part has kind of shaped who I am today, and you know why I'm doing the things I am, and why I fell in love with the game the way I did.
Now, what year did you come out of?
So I graduated Cherry Hill East in 2000.
2000.
Yeah.
Okay.
2000.
Okay. Yep. That's what's up. Yeah. Coach Valori, he's a funny dude.
Yes, he's a love him or hate him kind of guy. There's nobody in between. People love him, people hate him. You know,
if he sends me the Holy Cross Showcase schedule one more time, I'm gonna drop out of it.
Yeah, he's and that's especially now that he's not coaching.
Right.
He's so on top of, like, he's still obviously running the showcase and that thing. Yeah. So he's so on top of it because he has nothing else to do.
Right. So he got it right.
He's not worried about the team. He's not worried about that.
Right.
It's the only thing he cares about now is the showcase, the Knicks. When now they're done, I don't know what's going to happen, and his grandkids. That's it. That's all that he worries about. That's it.
Yeah, I swear, every other day I'm getting updated.
Yes.
But I definitely, one thing about him, I definitely appreciate him always inviting us. No matter what he does, he always, you know, shoots me a text or a call and say, Coach, I'm doing this. You want in.
Yeah, he had the utmost respect for you because he would always say, you know, Coach Bird will play whoever.
Yeah,
so, you know, we're not worried about that. I know I'm not worried about who his matchup is. He'll play for whoever.
Yes, definitely.
You know, and when we played you guys, he was always like, we got to be ready. It's going to be a dogfight. Like, he knew that's what it was going to be every time. Right. So,
and we go back to coaching against each other when I was at Pennsauken when I first started. Yep. We had some great matchups there as well. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. What is it that you do outside of coaching? And we're going to get into coaching and all that, but what do you do outside of coaching?
So I am a phys ed health teacher at a private school down in Voorhees, Coleman Brown Academy.
Okay.
And I also do a lot of training, basketball training, obviously with the coaching.
Right.
But my job is I'm a phys ed health teacher.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yep.
That's definitely what's up. Another fellow educator.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
yes,
I always like my fellow
yes.
educators. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Can't stay away from the kids.
Just came off of Teacher Appreciation Week.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
yes.
And it's almost over. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's what.
And we are winding down.
We are counting down. Absolutely.
I would just like to let everybody out there know. We do look forward to our summers. Yeah.
Absolutely. And once it hits about this time, like right after spring break, it's like
countdown.
Everybody knows the kids start acting different. Everything started happening. It's like we just gotta get out of here.
Just gotta get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what's up. So, Coach, when did you start coaching?
So I started coaching. I guess it would be 2007-ish, 2008-ish. When I was in college, I was working with a lot of younger kids. Just training them, working with like that. Right after college ended, a friend of mine, Omar Wellington, started a business down here, Next Level Sports, which was training athletes, training basketball players. Asked me to come help him out, which I did. So I moved back down here, started doing that. And then naturally the progression was AAU.
Gotcha.
So we started an AAU program, and that was kind of my first real coaching that I did. I really... When I was coming up as a player, I'm not coaching, man. I don't want to do with coaching. But that was kind of the natural progression. And even AAU, when I was coaching that, I'm like, I'm not coaching high school. I don't want to do that, And then obviously, here we are today. So
that's what's up. Now, was Holy Cross your first high school gig?
So Holy Cross was my first high school coaching experience. I had a couple, Coach Valori asked me to come with him when he was at Camden. When he was at Cumberland. Dave Allen, when he was at East, asked me to come. But I was in that mindset, I'm not going to be a high school coach.
Got you.
I enjoyed training. Until this day, I still enjoy training more than coaching. But then when Coach Valori asked me about the Holy Cross thing, it was a different situation. Meaning what he was trying to do there and kind of what was happening there. It was like, it was more of a development thing. Let's get these kids together and try to build something, as opposed to when he was at Camden, it's the expectations and the politics that were with that. I didn't want anything to do with.
Got you.
So it just seemed like a good experience, and it worked out so far.
That's what's up. Yeah. Now, looking forward to being the guy now, because I mean, now when I say the guy, when we play Holy Cross, he is the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like Valori gave you a lot of responsibilities, and you know what I'm saying. You was that guy, but now you're officially the guy. So how you feel about that?
Yeah, it's a different feeling. I always tell everybody I had the best job in the country because I had all of the head coach responsibilities without being the head coach.
Right.
So when we lost games, it wasn't my fault.
It was on him.
It was his fault. And we won games, it was the players, which is fine. I'm always cool with that. I got to call out the plays, all that stuff. So it's definitely different. And I guess I felt it kind of right after the season. And we had talked throughout the season that he was going to be stepping down. And I was in no rush to. And if he called me today and said, I want to coach, I'd be like, you got it. I'm in no rush to do that. But I think the reason why I decided to do it was, and originally when he said he was going to be done, I said, I'm done. But then as I got the kids that we still have there, I felt like I owed it to, because of the relationships I had with them, to stick it out with them, whether, I stay however long I stay, who knows. But no, I mean, it's definitely, there's some things going on in my head, like, am I ready for this? I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do that. Even getting the schedule together, getting our scrimmages together and all that stuff that he was so meticulous about. I'm trying to continue that kind of way. So, I mean, I'm excited for it. Definitely a little nervous about it. That move over to the next seat is always different. But I'm excited for it.
That's what's up. And listen, I think I've seen you, you know what I'm saying? We've coached against each other for forever. And I definitely believe that you're going to do a great job.
I appreciate
you know what I'm saying?
that.
I definitely believe that's going to continue. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
How was it coaching your son? Your son Latrell, young player of the year in Burlington, right?
It was great.
Okay.
It was great. It's crazy because I always said when he started playing basketball, I'm not going to coach him. And I ended up coaching him through travel. And I ended up coaching him AAU. And then I ended up coaching him in high school. I like to say I did it right by I was always harder on him than I was on anybody else.
So that's like my bad.
Right. So it kind of made it, and because I guess we started at a young age, he was used to it.
Got you.
I'll be honest, this was probably the hardest year we had. And it wasn't because of our relationship. It was because of, and I hate to say this, but other parents seeing it.
Got you. I see what you're saying.
So other parents, you know, and my wife's a pit bull, so she's in the stands and she's like hearing some of the other parents,
right?
And she's sending me texts through the game, and I don't get them till after the game,
right.
But you know, and so it kind of wore on him, and then with him, the kind of the pressure, you know, he knew he was going to get his 1,000 this year, but it was when am I going to get it?
Right, I got you.
And then, you know, where am I going to go to college?
Right.
And so that kind of stuff kind of wore on him.
I got you.
But then trying to still hold him to that standard that we had held him to.
Right.
The last 2 years and pushing him, it was tough.
Okay.
But I think what we did a good job of was when after the game, after practice, after whatever, if we were still in the gym, anything's fair game. When we leave, it's over.
Got
now, if you want to talk about it, if you want to come talk about it, we'll talk about it.
Right, I got you.
But now we're going to talk about it as father and son.
Got you.
But if we're in the gym after games, like I laid into him a couple times after games. I remember Burlington Township game, when we were at Burlington Township, we lost by 1 or 2, and I thought he did a lot of things selfishly that cost us the game. I laid him to him pretty well.
Got you.
We got on the bus, went home, and it was over.
Got you.
So I think we learned each other, figured each other out, and there were times where he would come to me afterwards, and we could have that father-son talk. Right. But it was tough. It was tough. It was tough at home sometimes.
Right.
But I think we managed, and we have a good relationship.
And what school are you going to again?
He's going to Arcadia.
Arcadia.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, very excited about that.
Yeah, he seems like a great kid outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? And he can ball.
Yeah, he's a good kid. No zero issues.
When we played y'all, that was the game plan. Watching film, like, we got to stop him.
Right. Yeah.
We got to stop him. Yeah. You know, I think he still got off a little bit on us.
You guys were tough, man. You guys were always a tough battle, man.
That's definitely what's up. Now, let's talk about this a little bit, Coach. You know, we're from a different generation.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? We were coached a little differently.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? How is it now with this generation and just so much going on that your style of coaching might have to change a little bit?
I think that's a great question. And I think that also goes back to the Coach Valori of why he's kind of stepping away because it's not, he can't coach the same way that he's always coached. It is different. And I know I coach differently than I was coached.
Gotcha.
And everybody says the kids aren't as tough. The kids aren't, you know, they can't handle as much.
Right.
And I think that's true, but I think it's also because of how we treat them outside of sports.
I got you.
So I think that has a lot to do with it. What I try to do is, and I think what I've learned a lot of is you have to build the relationship with the kid. And I always call it, you know, the deposits and the withdrawals.
Okay.
So when I try to pour into kids and get to know them outside of basketball and show them that I'm on their side.
Got you.
That I'm an ally.
Got you.
So now when I have to get on them or push them or take a deposit,
got you. They understand where
they know where
from.
I'm coming from.
Right, got you.
They know that I still have their best interest.
Got you.
And it's tough because, like, I'm coaching an AAU team now, and it's all kids I don't know.
Okay.
That I have zero relationship with. So, you know, we practice for 2 weeks, then we go play in a tournament.
Right.
And we're in a situation where I got to get on this kid.
Right.
And this kid starts sulking because he thinks I'm being hard on him. He thinks I'm being negative towards him, because I don't have that relationship with him.
Right.
So I think that's the biggest thing that I've seen is when you have a relationship with players, and I don't mean relationship like friend or anything like that. I just mean where they know that you're.
That you got their, like you said, their best interest.
You're
genuine with your actions. You're not trying to hurt them and just trying to make you the best person you can be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So I think when you have that, you can coach the old school way.
Right. I got you.
But when it's kids don't, I guess their guard is up now maybe more, and it's not just a genuine, this is my coach, I listen to my coach, which is kind of what we had.
Right.
You know, you're a coach. I've never seen you before,
Right.
but you're a coach. I do what you say.
Right.
That doesn't exist anymore.
Right. Yeah. True.
So you have to build that, you know, and I've seen it with you when you coach, you know, you're as tough as they come and your kids go, okay, got it.
Right.
There's no, I mean, everybody, and they get upset. Like you take me out of the game because they get upset. And I always tell kids, look, you can get upset as you want.
Right.
I'm okay with that because that means you care.
Right. Exactly.
I'm fine with
emotion,
that.
Right.
But now let's turn it to a positive.
Right. Exactly.
And figure out what we did wrong so that we can, you know, the kid who, I'm out, okay, comes running off. I'm like,
wait a minute. I'm like, what? You cool with that?
You know, it's like the one thing that drives me insane. Is when like you'll go, Timmy, get in the game.
Right.
And then somebody starts walking off. Right. And they're not even coming in for them.
Like, why?
And then they're like, so Timmy will be like, oh no, I don't have you. I go, well, you got him now.
Yeah, right. Come on out. You know, I never understand that either.
You know what I mean?
Like why you had to, I was like, when I was getting subbed, I'm like, man, they ain't talking to me.
You're not talking to me. I'm turning around. I'm looking around. And that was the best thing about Coach Flory. He didn't sub at all. So I knew I wasn't coming out no matter what. But yeah, I mean, I think that's the biggest thing is just getting these kids to understand and to trust you.
Right.
And to just believe in that you have their best interest.
True. And I had to learn that because when I first started coaching, you know, my first Pensacola was 2007. You know, I was how I was coached. You know what I'm saying? I'm going hard, and you know, as I'm going through. And actually, I got to give a big shout out to my old coach Antoine Miller, who's coach at KIPP now. When we got to West Tech, I started seeing like everybody doesn't respond to that. You know what I'm saying? Also, a big part of it was, like you said, building that relationship off the court. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I think these kids just, I mean, we all went through stuff as kids, but I think they go through just a whole lot more outside of the court, football field, baseball diamond, whatever it is. Like, I mean, it's so much, like with all the social media and all that type stuff, and you know what I'm saying? So we got to make sure the mental part is good.
Right. Absolutely.
Because if that's not good, then on the court, it's definitely not going to be good.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, because like, you know, back in the day, it's like, you better suck it up.
Suck it up. Get tougher.
Get tougher. Yeah, suck it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now it's like, yo, you better suck it up. And kids like, yo, you don't understand what I'm dealing with at home right now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And
even that, some of the stuff that they're dealing with to us, it's like, yo.
Yeah, like, right. Like, what, really?
Like, really? That's what it is? but it's affecting them.
It's affecting them. Yep.
So we have to figure out how to navigate them and help them. And that's one of the biggest things I've learned is when a kid can come to you with something that has nothing to do with basketball and talk to you about it, you've won.
Right. Yes. I agree.
You know, as a teacher, as an educator, as a coach, as a mentor, as a whatever, when a kid can come to you and talk to you about something that's kind of outside of your domain,
right.
You've won because now you've had an impact on that kid's life.
I definitely agree. And once again, Antoine, he would say that he was like, when we got out there, there's a different set of problems, but there's still problems. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, you know, when I was in Camden, they had a different set of problems. Right. These problems to these kids out here is just as important to, you know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, so I can't look at it, like you said, I can't look at it like, really? Right. This is what you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I definitely had to learn that. I'm still learning that.
Yeah, every day is a different day.
I'm still learning that, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. With the new transfer rule, and you know what I'm saying, how you feel about the state of basketball right now? Are we getting ready to go to the transfer portal like college? Like, Jesus.
You know what's interesting, and maybe I don't understand the rule enough, but I'm not as everybody's like, oh, this is going to change everything. I don't think so.
Okay,
and
I can see that.
Here's why I say that, because unless I'm misunderstanding the rule,
right?
If I live in, let's just call it Cherry Hill, where I grew up, I can't just go to Haddonfield.
Right. Now that's correct.
Now,
you still gotta have the address part. You just don't have to sit.
You don't have to sit out.
Right.
Okay.
That's my understanding anyway.
Right. That's what I thought. Right. Okay. So now for myself at Holy Cross, it's great.
Right.
It's great.
Right.
Because one of the biggest hurdles that we've had is this, I don't want to sit out.
Right.
Which is, I completely understand. And I don't want a kid to ever have to sit out.
Right. Definitely.
And I'm not even real big on, and that's one of the things I guess when we talk about me taking over, I'm not big on recruiting.
Okay,
even though now it's kind of more legal.
Right.
Because I want kids to be where they want to be.
I got you.
If a kid comes to me and says, I want to come to Holy Cross,
cool,
I'm in.
Right.
But I'm not going to be like trying
chasing
to convince kids.
Right.
Because that's not me. Like we had 2 transfers that came in this year.
Okay.
Who I had previous relationships with who said, I want to come to Holy Cross. And I said, no. don't do it.
Okay.
One, I just thought he had a great situation where he was.
Okay.
And the other, I was like, who's a younger player, I said, I don't know how we're going to be when you get older.
Got you.
Right? So for this year, it was good for him. But like now that we lose 4 seniors, I don't know where we're going to be.
Right, got you.
But they both decided to come. They both, seemed like they had good experience, whatever. So I don't know. Like I don't think it's going to be as big of a deal
as people
are making out to be. I think when you talk about the state of high school basketball, I think what's killing South Jersey basketball right now is all of these kids going to Philly. I think that's really hurting South Jersey basketball.
Okay.
And if you look at these Philly Catholic League rosters, each team has 2, 3 Jersey kids.
Yeah, now you're right.
You're right. And now, I'm kind of on this AAU circuit now, and I'm seeing kids and like, oh, I'm transferring to here. I'm transferring to here. And I'm like, so some of these schools that I'm like, oh, they're going to be dynamite next year. Now they don't have any players.
Right. No, that's a good point.
So, and I don't know what I have my thoughts on what the reasoning is. I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with coaching. But I just think the knock on South Jersey basketball, I don't think it's real. Like, I think we got some kids that can play.
Yeah, I agree.
And we have some really, really good coaches.
I agree.
And I just don't. I think that people or that narrative. You got to go to Philly to play. You got to go to Philly,
or up north or something.
Or up north. And like I said, you look at these rosters and it's filled with South Jersey kids. Where if everybody stayed home, we'd be powerhouse.
Right, because I mean, if you think about it, we haven't had like a big D1 player in South Jersey in a while, right?
Right.
Like that's gonna go big.
Right. I mean, and if you take out the DJ, if you take out the Camden,
right.
I mean. You had Derek Simpson, who's at Rutgers.
Okay,
who's doing well.
He's doing good. Yep.
And then you start thinking, and it's like, we've had some other kids. Andrew Ball is at Monmouth, but those low D1s. But like we haven't had that.
The big Kentuckys and
But then if you look if you take a look at you see like a kid like Seth Lundy, Jersey kid.
Yeah.
Hakeem Hart, Maryland, Jersey kid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So there's a bunch of them.
Right. They're just not playing South Jersey.
Right.
You know
what I'm saying? So it's. I think that's when you say state of high school basketball. That's what concerns me more than anything. How do we get those kids to stay here?
Got you.
Like when I was growing up, Bishop Eustace. Started 5 Division I players.
Right. Facts.
We had 2. Camden had 2. Everybody had 1. Everybody had a Division I player on them.
True.
And now that one player wants to go play somewhere else to play with other players, which I kind of get.
Right.
But I feel like that's what AAU's for, man.
Right. Yes. Right. That's when you.
Then you take Marco Jackson going to Kansas. But he had to leave to do it.
Right.
So but did he have to leave to do it?
Right, but did he have to? Right.
That's
good. Yeah, I'm not. Hey, if the transfer rule helps me,
for sure, absolutely,
I'm all in.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying? But talking to other coaches and things like that, I don't see where it's like, high school's basketball is going to hell.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't see that.
No, I think in your play like up north, it's probably going to have an impact. You're going to have kids going from this private school to that private school,
right,
like that. But we don't really have that down here,
right.
So I don't really see it being that big of a thing. Definitely. But absolutely. Anybody who wants to transfer across, listen.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You're more than welcome to.
Exactly. Well, let's talk about this real quick. Coach probably mentioned it a little bit. How do you feel about the AAU basketball as compared to what we do in high school? And because you're on both sides of the fence, so this is definitely a great question that you can help our viewers out with.
So prior to this year, I had my own teams, and it wasn't really that high level team. I always had that like next tier of kid. So it wasn't really like I wasn't really affecting the high school programs, or I would be dealing with their JV players.
Gotcha.
So it wasn't really like that. Whereas this year I'm with Team Final Black, and it's a higher level. I have kids who are trying to get recruited and all that kind of thing. And what I've noticed is you have to be. It should all work together.
Okay.
And I've tried to do this. Now I have a bunch of Pennsylvania kids, a lot of Pennsylvania kids, a couple Jersey kids. I've tried to reach out to those coaches and say, what do you need me to do?
Got you. And we need more. That's what we need right there.
Like, where do you need your kid at?
Right.
Like, what's he going to be doing for you next year?
Right.
And some of them were like, thank you for reaching out.
Right.
Here's what I need.
Got you.
He's got to be able to do X, Y, Z. Some of them were like, oh, he just needs to play more.
Right.
Like,
Got
which
you.
is fine.
Right.
Because what happens is, and I'm saying, like, we played 2 showcase tournaments or live period events, we want to call them, early in April. And now we don't really have anything that's that, like, showcase live event till July.
Okay.
So from, like, now till July, we're just developing.
Got you.
Right? We practice twice a week.
Okay.
So we have a couple of little tournaments, local stuff here and there. But, like, I don't need to be worrying about what offense we're running and all that stuff. Like, let's just get better.
Right.
So I think if more AAU programs and high school coaches work together, I think it could be a great thing. Because now, are there your AAU programs out there that are literally just rolling the ball out and letting them play? Absolutely.
Yes.
Of course. And that's who gets the bad name.
Right.
But I think there's enough positive AAU programs, even just in this area, with guys that are trying to do the right things, that it could all work together.
Right.
And I think if that's another way that I think our basketball in the area gets better.
Get elevated. Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And I think because we're so limited as coaches, like, you can't deal with your kids until the summer. Right. Whereas over the bridge,
they got them.
It's the Wild West. Do whatever you want.
Right.
So I think that's another way that you can kind of not control, but make sure your kids are improving and getting better.
Right.
So I to answer your question, I think it could be super positive if we could figure out how to
work together,
steer it the right way.
Right. And that's what me and cousin Tracy, we talk about it all the time. Like, parents, when you're looking into these different AAU programs, you know what I'm saying? You gotta talk to these coaches, and you want to hear what coach just said. Like, yes, if your son is playing for me, I'm going to reach out to his coach and see what his coach needs him to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to roll the ball out and just go play and take your $850 from my pocket. You know what I'm saying? So, parents, you definitely need to talk to these coaches, you know what I'm saying, and see what that relationship is and what their plans are. Are we just going to be just playing, or is it going to be some skill development involved? You know what I mean?
Right. And if the sell is that exposure in college, run.
Right.
Because you don't need an AAU program for that. You don't need a coach for that.
Right.
Meaning, if your kid is good enough, that's going to come organically.
Right.
So if that's all they're selling you on, that's not where you want to be.
Right, definitely.
The development, just the continued improvement. That's what it's about. And I mean, obviously, you have to be going to the right tournaments and things like that. But even when you go to these tournaments, this is another. I'm sorry, I'm going off.
No, we good. We good.
Like, these players and I guess even some of the AU coaches and definitely the parents think. So we go out to Pittsburgh, and there's 600 teams there.
Right.
There's 40 courts.
Right.
And everybody's like, oh, well, I'm here, so I'm going to get recruited.
Right.
Like, no coach is just walking around like, let me see who's on this court. Right? They're there to look, okay, the kid I want to see plays on court 12 at 2 o'clock. I'm going to that court. I'm going to sit down. That game's over. Either I'm leaving or I'm going to see the next kid.
Right. Got you.
Right?
Got you.
So if you haven't done your work early and reached out to these coaches and gotten on their radar, they're not just coming to see you. I mean, you may get lucky, and they're coming to watch a kid on the other team play.
Right.
And you play well,
right?
You might get lucky that way.
Right.
But don't just fall into the trap of, well, we went to this tournament, we went to that
tournament,
I'm getting
so
recorded.
I should be good. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because 95% of these courts don't have coaches on them because
they're like you said, they're looking for specific people that they're looking for. So parents, I hope you're paying attention.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Don't let these AU programs just give you a rundown of we're going here. Now you think little Johnny is going to Michigan.
Exactly.
Don't really work that way
at all. Not even close.
It don't really work that way. That's what's up. Now, where are you training at now? You spoke earlier. You said
I do a lot of training at Holy Cross and also my school down in Voorhees at Kelman. I do a little bit of stuff at Cherry. So I'm all I got different gyms that I use whenever we can get in.
That's what's up.
But yeah,
that's what's up. My with Team Final, my man Aaron Burt.
Oh yes,
that's my boy. We go way back.
Oh yeah,
they go way back.
AB is one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Yeah. Oh, he's this guy. It's hilarious, yo. We in the fantasy football league.
Okay.
Been in that forever. Fantasy basketball league too and whatnot. And we're all in a group text and. He's just hysterical. You know what I'm saying? Always been.
Yes.
Always. He's a funny dude. And I always ask him, I was like, so how is it, and this is no knock on Cherry Hill West, you know what I'm saying, but how is it coaching team final when all your players are big-time college and then the pros and everything, and then you got to kind of coach the regular kids at Cherry Hill West? Every year he's like, man, I'm done. This is it. My last year. Can't do this no more. I'm like, yo, whatever, Aaron. You know what I'm saying?
So that's funny you say that because my boy Fred is his assistant.
Okay.
And every year he'll be like, oh, Aaron said he's done after this year. I'm going to take over. And I'm like, all right, great. And I'll talk to Aaron. He'll be like, man, well, next year when I come back.
That's him. So that's him. This guy is hilarious. You know, that's my guy, though. You know what I'm saying?
He goes, and I was talking to Fred about it. He'll be like, man, this is a player we ran for team final. Jalen Duran got a alley-oop off of this. And he'll have to be like, hey, that kid's 5'10". He's not going to the Pistons.
He's not going to the Pistons. You know what I'm saying? He has to remind him all the time. Right, like he's not going to the Pistons. Yeah. He's hiding. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that's what's up. Switching gears a little bit.
Yes.
Let's talk about this podcast game, the Let's Get It podcast. If you haven't watched yet, please go out and watch. I'll make sure all the info where you can find that is up on the screen. But the Let's Get It podcast, if you go back a couple episodes here on the Birdcage, I had 2/3 of the Let's Get It podcast. You know what I'm saying? My man Bryce and Jason was on here. So we really got to start
planning for 100.
Yeah, we got to do something big for 100. You know what I'm saying? That's a big number. You know what I'm saying?
The weather might be good enough so we can be remote.
Yeah. Now, if we do go remote, you're definitely coming to help me pack up all the stuff. I got a lot more stuff to pack up now. It's not like the first.
Have guests come through.
Yeah, we can do that maybe, or either that, or you gotta help me pack. You know what I'm saying?
We'll have guests come through. Don't worry.
One of the two. On the cage, in the cage, on the couch. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my words because Dandy threw me off, but I'm back now. You know what I'm saying? We have 2 special guests. You know what I'm saying? 2/3 of the Let's Get It podcast. And if you haven't seen that, I'll make sure I put the info up so you can check that out, especially to check out the episode that I was on. I was a guest on the Let's Get It podcast. It's definitely a great watch, you know what I'm saying? Something to get you off to a dandy start Sunday morning, you know what I'm saying? For those that don't know, I have my man Randy Duckin right here to my left, and I have my man Jason Bryce over there to my left as well. Fellas, just say what's up to the people real quick.
Hey, how we doing?
All right. How's that?
My man Coach over here is the 1/3 of that show. You know what I'm saying? Very good show. I had the pleasure of being a guest on the show, one of the episodes. So make sure you check all that out. But let's just talk about that. Like, what made you want to hop into this game, this podcast game?
So another thing I kind of like fell into, like, it was really during the pandemic.
Okay. It wasn't nothing else to do.
well, not even that. So I've known Jason. So it's funny. I went to school with Randy. I'm older than a couple years older than him. Bryce, I've coached his son since 3rd grade.
Okay.
And now our kids are both seniors now. Well, his son's a junior, my son's a senior.
Right. This son's at Eastern, right?
Well, he was at Eastern. He's at King's Christian now.
King's Christian, okay.
And probably navigating from there.
Gotcha.
And I was literally in ShopRite during the pandemic, mask on, and ran into Bryce, and he said, what are you doing tonight? I said, same thing you're doing. We ain't doing nothing. He said, you want to hop on our podcast? And I was like, yeah, cool, right? And it was really literally, so he's like, all right, I'm going to give you, I was on my phone.
Okay.
I called in, and we were talking about, they had they had been doing it for some time before I got involved. Right. And they had a March Madness board of Sixers players.
Okay.
Of history. So we kind of went through the board and we're kind of just like,
that's a great idea.
It's a great idea. And it's the funny one, and I don't know why this one sticks out in my mind. It was Clarence Weatherspoon and JJ Redick, just as Sixers.
Okay.
And we argued about that one for whatever reason. Like, that was the one we argued about for like 15 minutes. So that one sticks out in my mind. So anyway, we did that, and I was on there for a little bit. And then, maybe 2 weeks later, he was like, hey, you want to come on? We're talking about XYZ. I said, cool.
Okay.
And then ever since then, it's been like, all right, next show's here, show's here. And then now it's just a part of it. So I never really, I don't even really knew if I knew what podcasts
Right,
were, I wasn't really, but no, it's been great. It's a lot of fun. For me, people who know me, I'm super quiet.
Okay.
I'm not like a loud person. I kind of stay to myself. So for me, it's helped me break out of that comfort zone a little bit.
Gotcha.
Even doing things like this where I have to speak and like, so it's helped me with that. And it's been a lot of fun.
That's what's up. Nah, it's I like y'all dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all have a strength.
For sure.
That y'all bring and it just meshes so well.
It's been good.
You know
Bryce is definitely the out of the box.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yes, that. Randy is the Philly fan.
Yes, through
to
and
death.
through.
Like whatever Philly does, like he has that. And I try to be in the middle. I try to just bring some mind to it and some sensible thinking.
He has a nice little setup. I didn't even know that was his garage.
Yeah,
until he was on the show and he was telling us that's out of his garage.
And it's pretty cool how we started in his living room.
Yeah, he said that.
Started on the phone.
Yeah, he said that. Started on the phone. He did say that.
Moved to the living room with the cat running around and him yelling at his daughter upstairs to be quiet, all that kind of stuff. And then now it's the garage. It's a pretty cool setup. He does a couple of shows out there, a couple of podcasts out there. So it's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely what's up. Yeah, because I'm the opposite. I love to talk. You give me a microphone and I'm going. You know what I'm saying? And me and Cut. Well, actually, Antoine started his first. Make sure y'all go check out Antoine's show as well.
Antoine's is awesome.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Very, very, very good
He
show.
does a
You know
really
what I'm
good
saying?
job.
AM University. Make sure you check that out. And just watching his show, I was like, I might want to do that too. So I had reached out to him, and he told me what I needed to get started and all that, and I got it all, and still wasn't starting it. So he's like, "You got the stuff, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, when's episode 1?" You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, "Yeah, you know what? Let's just do it." You know what I'm saying? And I've been enjoying it ever since. I had matter of fact, he was on episode 1. He's been on a couple times, but he was on episode 1 with me. I had TRACEY, my cousin TRACEY, and my cousin A on. I think that was episode 2.
Okay.
And I got so much feedback about cousin TRACEY. I was like, "Yo, cuz, you want to be my co-host?" I'm saying. She was like, "I don't know that." I was like, "Nah, I need you." You know what I'm saying? And it just works.
No,
you
guys have a great dynamic as well. It's been cool,
works,
watching and you guys do a great job.
And it's fun. I enjoy this. You know what I'm saying? And then like we were saying, we've always been close. She's more like my sister than my cousin, but it just brought us even closer because we're always texting or calling like, "Yo, I got this idea," or "I got somebody this person want to be on," or "What we gonna do here? What we gonna do this?" So we're always constantly talking and communicating, and so it's been good.
Yeah, and that's how same kind of thing for us is it's kind of business wise with our different things that we do. It's kind of been able to help each other out, like bring things together.
Right.
We can do this together over there. Like so, it's been it's been cool. And then the people you bring in, the guests, you start building relationships.
Definitely a good look. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, Coach. Again, I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Sliding through. You know what I'm saying? And don't worry, you'll be back.
I appreciate it.
You will be back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm looking forward to coaching against you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I cannot say the same. I cannot say the same. And it's funny, actually talking about podcasts, I'm throwing out the idea of starting one on my own.
Okay.
More basketball, kind of nerdy basketball, get into kind of the deep details of it. And I would definitely I need you to come in and talk about some defense and
definitely
because I hate playing against your defense and that kind of thing. So, that's kind of, like you said, when I see you guys on the schedule, I never look forward to it because I know it's going to be a fight and we're going to have to play really well. Because even when we were up at your place this year, we were up like 13 at the half. I'm like, all right, we just got to hold on. It's coming, fellas. We just got to hold on. It's coming, and it came, and we couldn't. There's nothing we could do about it.
Man, listen, if you was a fly in that locker room,
and that's what I figured. And I think Coach Valori said that. I think he said, "You guys, you have no idea what he's saying to them in that locker room right now. They're gonna come out with a different intensity."
Yeah, I was to the point. I was like, "Listen, if we don't at least make this a game, we are practicing after this game. Don't even change. Tell your parents. You see them later."
Right. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Any shout outs, anything before we get out of here?
I mean, gotta shout out Bryce and Randy.
Definitely.
We got a show going out tomorrow. Well, it'll be yesterday when this comes out.
Right.
But yeah, we go every Sunday. Obviously, my family. Gotta shout them out. Happy Mother's Day.
Definitely,
to my
y'all.
wife.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. This has been awesome. Man.
No
this
doubt,
has been
man.
cool.
My boy, I definitely appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, I'm glad you said that. My mother would have killed me. You know what I'm saying? I know this comes out on Monday, but Mama Bird, you know what I'm saying? You know I love you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you'll be enjoying your day on Sunday.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Looking forward to seeing you and all the mothers out there.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoyed y'all day. And just keep being strong. You know what I'm saying? Mothers is just strong. Like I look at like my mom and the mothers of my children and just the things they do. I don't know, like, could I do that? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they just got the weight of the world on their shoulders, but you would never know it. Like they just, you know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy. You know, my mom passed in July, so this will be my first Mother's Day without her.
Sorry to hear that.
But even when she was sick, she didn't care. Like she was worried about what did I need?
Right,
what my sister need? Like what did we need?
That's
and it's like, take
moms.
care of yourself.
Right.
Stop worrying about everybody else. Now it's time for you to take care of you.
Let us take care of you.
But she just couldn't because of that's how they're made.
That's how they made.
They just worry about everybody else so much. And
that is how they are made.
With my mom, my wife, I don't know. My wife, I don't know where we wouldn't.
Right.
We'd be eating ramen noodles. Everybody would be late everywhere. Like we wouldn't be able to survive. So. You know, we definitely wouldn't figure it out.
So I'm going to say thank you to your missus for feeding them and not giving them ramen noodles.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. Well, that's episode 96. Wait a minute. Before I get out of here, I shout it out all the time. Don't forget, on Sundays at Westbrook Lanes, Bowling with a Purpose. It's for the Camden Youth organization and whatnot, so it's for a good cause. Starts at 10:30. You can beat the price. You get some practice games. You get 3 games, and it's only $10.50 per person. You know what I'm saying? So. If you're a bowler, if you're not a bowler, because I have a bowling ball, but I don't consider myself a bowler, but I'm out there. Me and cousin Chase be out there. You know what I'm saying? I got my high score. I think I had 137.
Nice.
2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So, we working on this thing. I was bowling was on ESPN, one of the ESPN channels the other day. I caught myself watching it for a little bit. Then I just snapped, like, what am I doing?
What am I doing?
Watching bowling.
Right. That's funny.
Definitely. So please come and check that out if you can. You know what I'm saying? We'll have information coming up on and I'll let cousin Tracy talk about it next week. The Daylight Foundation mental health weekend that they do starts in June. I think it's the weekend of June 1st through the 3rd or through the 4th. But she'll have more details and we'll talk about that. You know what I'm saying? And we want everybody to come out and join us during that weekend and whatnot. That's all I got. You got anything else?
Where can I get one of these?
Oh, yes.
I didn't get one of those.
Yes. The merchandise, you know what I'm saying? Just DM me, and I'll let you know, you know what I'm saying, what you need. I got T-shirts as well, you know what I'm saying? So I'll make sure. I told, I was just talking to Bryce and them the other day through text, and I told him I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. I definitely got y'all. I definitely appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Oh. One more thing. One more thing. It's like when we was little, you know what I'm saying? Your mom be like, all right, get your coat on, get ready to go. And now you're standing in your coat for like another hour because she can't wrap up her conversation. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I'm sweating. Like, dude, I got this. What we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Can I take it off?
Can I wait at the car?
You know what I mean? Yeah, something. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel right now. So thank you, Mom. I got that from you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, again, I know this airs on Monday, but we have a big game here Sunday, Game 7, Sixers and the Celtics in Boston. So just give me your prediction real quick, and we'll get out of here.
I actually feel good about it. I don't know why.
Okay.
I'm going to go 106-101 Sixers.
106-101. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I can see a 5-point win.
I think Embiid gets off.
I think so too. Because I think he's going to be a little upset that he didn't touch the ball in Game 6, them last 4 minutes of the game. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, the reason why I feel pretty good about it, you know what I'm saying, is the fact that we won 2 in Boston already.
We've won 2 in Boston.
So as long as we play well and Harden plays better.
Yeah,
I don't get
he
Harden.
just can't play bad.
He
He
just can't play bad.
Just don't play bad.
Don't play. I don't need 42 points. I mean, I'll take it. But just don't play bad. Just be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Get everybody else involved. I hope Tobias has a better game.
I can't see him doing that again.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put any expectations on Tobias, but I'm just,
it's going to be better than
please play better. You know what I'm saying? And I love Maxey. You know what I'm saying? He just seems like a great individual, first of all, outside looking in, but he just seems like he wants to just get better. And just
he enjoys the game
and enjoys the game. You know what I'm saying?
And
that's the only thing I'm thanking COVID for, because if it wasn't for COVID, he wouldn't have fell to us during that draft, because he would have had a crazy tournament and been gone.
Right. Absolutely right.
We got lucky there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. So hopefully next week, we are still in it. I'm still, right. Exactly.
Yes.
All right. Now we're out. We're out. So episode 96 in the books. Once again, Coach, thank you. Appreciate you for coming through. And again, I am Sechuayo, aka Coach Bird. I'm the host of the BYRDCAGE show, and we'll talk to you soon. I miss you, cousin Tracy.
It was a stone groove, my man.